Hey, how's it going? We're back with another Latinx hip hop interview, and I got the one, the only, the legend in the
Oh
making,
my gosh.
Bad Child. What's going on, brother?
Are you gonna have like an audience clapping right here?
I should, huh?
Yeah.
We'll see.
What's up, man? How are you?
How you been, man?
I've been fantastic, man. Been doing good.
Good,
Should I
good.
look at the camera? Should I look at you?
Shoot, man, it's all up to you.
All
However you
right,
want to do it.
cool.
We talk. So, man, I know you called me out here because, well, you told me back in November, August, whenever Embrace the Culture was, because I remember you pulled me to the side. You wanted to
Yeah.
have a sit-down talk
Yeah.
when you were getting ready to release your album. So, man, this is the album that I've been anticipating, bro.
So this album has been a long time in the making, man. I think the first track was recorded September, like August or September of 2022.
Really? And
Yeah.
what song was that?
It's a song called Ghost Pepper.
Ghost Pepper? Okay.
So the song was, like I said, recorded. It was the first one we recorded, and actually, it wasn't even supposed to be like I didn't have the album in mind yet. We recorded the track, and then I think after everybody was done recording it, because we got a feature, and it's Mike Garza, Chop the Father, and AB Raps, and after we were done recording it, I think Nick Young Elder, he was like, it's like, hey man, you should get some of your other songs, get some of these other people on there, and make like an album or something, right? So I started like my the cog started spinning in my head, and and then I started like trying to come up with what I wanted to do, and it was always gonna be a collaboration album. Like I always wanted to do like an album, like a feature album where I do all the beats and just have a bunch of rappers and just rap on my beats. So it's something I've always wanted to do, and I was like, I'm glad this is my first project, and it's actually my first full album.
Yeah. No, man. So just so the people know, I did get a chance to hear it, and I'm glad you sent it to me a few weeks before. And man, I gotta say, it's a real piece of art. I liked it. I liked how you got all these different artists. And when I first got introduced to you was through that. I don't remember the name, but I know it was Golden Girls.
Oh, the Golden Rule.
The Golden Rule. So when I first heard that might have been the first time I first heard of you. And off those 4 tracks, me myself, I was blown away. I was like, damn, this is nice. I really enjoyed it, and I think I've even brought it up to Chop. I don't know if I brought it up to you, but I was like, because I know it's volume 1.
Yeah.
So I was kind of expecting a second one, but
that's gonna happen. We're gonna do it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I have some plans for that. And it's funny I say this because that didn't even I wasn't even supposed to release that project as a project yet. Like I had always wanted to do something with the Golden Girls and like just like instrumental project or something.
Okay.
But I was like, hey man, I told John Black, who does the Betty White song with me, I was like, hey man, Betty White's 100th birthday is coming up. I was like, how about we, to kickstart my project, this Golden Road project, I was like, how about we just do a single, call it Betty White, and then, we'll release it on her birthday, her 100th birthday. And then he was like, yeah, he was down for it. And he wrote this awesome-ass hook, and then I think, what was it, like, Christmas time, right before New Year's, she passed away.
Yeah.
So she didn't make it to 100. So then he changed the hook a little bit on there, but I decided to finish up the project and make it a little 4-track EP like I always wanted and release it. I released it on Valentine's Day, I think.
Okay. Okay. Shoot, man. Before we start getting into talking about the album and how you collected your artist Infinity Stones, or whatever. Let's take it back a little bit. I really want to get to know you and how you fell in love with hip hop. What introduced you? Because you're really on that boom bap. You're on that hip hop, and we don't see a lot of that in Houston, or at least we haven't in the past. I feel decade or so.
Yeah.
And but I feel like it's coming back. Well, at least in Houston. And so what got you into
like
producing?
Making boom bap and producing?
Yeah.
Man, so I've always been in love with music. My mom used to listen to music at the house, but she'd always listen to just like Tejano or whatever was on the radio, which a lot of times was like whatever popular on KRBE and 80s music, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I'm born in '86,
Mm-hmm.
so like that's what I really grew up on. But I'd go to my aunt's house a lot because my mom was a single parent, and well, at least until I was 10, she was a single parent, and she was always working. So I would go stay with my aunt's, and my aunt had MTV.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be watching music videos and shit like Nirvana and
Mm-hmm.
It Smells Like Teen Spirit and all kinds of stuff. And then what got me into hip hop was saw a video on there from Common, a song called I Used to Love Her,
Mm-hmm.
where he talks about hip hop and he personifies hip hop, you know, and that's really what kind of like I was like, man, hip hop can be like this. This is awesome, right? So
Yeah.
that's really what got me into hip hop and made me want to fall down a rabbit hole of just music in general because I liked it, but that made me want to dive into
Mm-hmm.
it. And then I played keyboards and I was in choir and all kinds of stuff in elementary school and then middle school. Well, I met Young Elder in 5th grade.
Oh,
When I
okay.
moved to Pasadena, I met Young Elder in 5th grade. Me and him have been buddies ever since then. So over 25
wow.
years. Um,
That's crazy.
yeah,
I think Chop told me, but I guess I forgot.
yeah. I met him when I was 10, so I've known him for 27 years. Um, but yeah, so I got in like the orchestra and all kinds of stuff like that. It wasn't until like 7th grade I got a bass guitar for Christmas, and me and Nick were playing like rock music and stuff. We were writing our own songs, but
Mm.
his grandpa played guitar for the church, so he had like his guitar. He had all kinds of stuff in the back room, like a PA. He had like a little tape recorder, and what we would do is me and Nick would, even though we play like rock music and stuff, we'd go over there and make like little hip hop beats on his little keyboard and play it in the tape recorder and make our own little beats and try to rap and shit. And we suck, but we suck. But yeah, that's how I kind of like started getting into producing and stuff like that. And then probably when I was in high school, I got a software called Acid Pro, which was basically like a drag and drop. You just grab samples and just move them around, and you'll make stupid beats. But yeah, since then, that's whenever it just took off, and then I bought more programs and stuff like that.
Oh wow. So man, I want to go back to something you said about the Common song. I Used to Love Her.
Yeah.
By any chance, have you ever heard? Surprisingly, it's a DJ Khaled track. Have you ever heard the song called Hip Hop by? It's got a Nas and Scarface. I think it's them too. It's by DJ Khaled.
So that song sounds vaguely familiar. I would have to like listen to it.
So that song, it's I guess you can call it like a sequel or something to the Common song, and it's just like, it's mainly Nas's verse. Nas, goes down on how from when hip hop started, when he was,
Yeah.
back in the 90s, and then to what it was. I think at that time was 2013, 2014, somewhere there. But great song. I think it's I don't think a lot of people know about it, but I highly recommend it if you get the chance. Since you mentioned that, that Common song.
I'm not big on like listening to DJ Khaled, but I'll give it a try. Like I listen to everything. So
Nah, like I said, I know it's surprisingly it's a DJ Khaled song, but you got to check it out.
all right, yeah. I know. I'll give it a listen.
So, but yeah, so now with you and Nick, when did Sandman get into the mix?
Man, so Sandman, who's also the other part of No Sleep's productions here, we met him when it's me. First off, me, Nick, and my buddy Henry were in a band, and we played like some type of punk rock stuff. Right out of high school, like we were seniors, he was a junior, so like 2004, 2000 to 2009 or 10, that's when we broke up. I want to say maybe about 2007 or 8. 2007, I think. We were working at Guitar Center, and that's where we met Sandman. We were all working there, me, Nick, and Henry, my drummer. But we met Sandman there, and I don't know. Sandman was working in the pro audio department, like with the speakers and DJ gear and all that stuff. I think I'd go during lunch breaks and I'd mess around on like the keyboards and make beats, and he was always interested in my stuff, and I went and I brought him like a CD that I had, like me and Nick and like our album. I brought it and played it on one of their big speakers, and I think that's how he kind of connected with us. He really liked the stuff that we were doing, and we've been cool ever since.
Okay, and when you guys had that rock band, was it called No Sleeps also or no?
No. So the rock band was called Lunara.
Lunara.
Yeah, which is funny because they were. My girl was telling me that she was listening to 94.5 The Buzz recently, and she said that she heard a band on there called Lunara, and she's like, "Is that y'all?" And I was like, "Let me go check it out." And I was like, "Nope, that is not us. There's another band now that's named that." So we were coming up with the idea of like maybe we should ask them if we can cover their songs and they can cover our songs.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But damn, so before you started the producing, you were doing the rock band?
Yeah, I've been playing music, like rock music and stuff like that with Nick since 7th grade. When I got my bass guitar. Actually, our first show together was when we were like the summer of 8th grade, going to 9th grade, going to high school. We played the Strawberry Festival, and it was me and Nick. We didn't have a drummer. He played guitar and he sang, and I played bass. And we went to the Battle of the Bands, and we played original songs. Which, if you're a kid in 8th grade, there's no way you're making really good original songs. Like, all our original songs were trash.
Yeah.
And we decided we were going to play them anyways. No drummer. We didn't have amps. We played through his grandpa's old PA. It was the worst show of my life. But I told him, and still to this day, since that was the worst show, I was like, there's no show that I'll do that was going to be worse than that. So everything is always going to be up from here.
Yeah, for sure. Always is. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. So you're in a rock band, and now you're a producer making hip hop beats.
Yeah, I just love music, man.
Yeah, nah, I feel you too, man. Me myself, I know you said you wanted to talk about it a little bit because emo music was my music when I was in middle school, and it's kind of crazy how I fell in love with hip hop. It's a short story. It's
We got time.
So I might have mentioned it before on the Road Dogs podcast, but I know. So it was 6th grade. My parents, surprisingly, they didn't really listen to music. It wasn't really like, they wouldn't play it at the house really. I mean, my mom liked Selena, but that was kind of like really it. Yeah. And then my dad, I know he was really into rock before, but I'm guessing at some point, as he got older, he kind of just dropped the music because he never played anything in front of me. And so, so I remember 6th grade. I remember listening to the radio. The very first song that got me hooked to music was that Hoobastank song. Everybody knows it. The reason, I think, and the reason is. Yeah. So that's kind of like what sparked the love of music. And then from there was like one of my uncles. He's a big he's really into rock. He introduced me to Creed, Linkin Park, POD, and so that's what I was listening to at the time. And then, some kids in my middle school, I saw that they liked some rock music because my family members, like from my dad's side, my mom's side, they were all rap, so I couldn't relate with them yet on the music taste. So those kids in middle school, they started showing me their music, and it was emo music. It was 30 Seconds to Mars, The Used, My Chemical Romance. And then plus, I would start to see them on MTV. I'd wake up in the morning, get ready for school, and they'd be right there. And so that's how that started. And then it wasn't until 9th grade or 10th grade, one of my cousins, he started, I guess he kind of started getting into rap and like actually rapping. And so he would come on my house and he would download some songs on LimeWire. And so he started showing me like the Lil Wayne stuff that was going on at the time, the Drought 3 and, all that. And
they show you all the viruses too.
And all the viruses, they came eventually. But so he showed me all that and he kind of broke down the lyrics to me and like they just blew my mind. And from there it was like I started digging into other artists. And I feel like at the time, only Lil Wayne was doing what Lil Wayne was doing, but I did go back and, I listened to Common, Biggie, Tupac, and KRS-One. Kind of did my homework a little bit. I know there were some artists that I missed out on, but, I still go back and check them out. But, that's kind of really where the love of hip-hop happened and music. That's a little history. So,
yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah.
So.
But we were talking about emo music too. Like,
Yeah.
So the band that we had would have been considered emo, but like there was not a lot of screaming and there was not a lot of side part hair or anything like that. I'll show you a picture in a little bit.
Okay. You got any tracks you can show me too, or no?
Yeah, actually, I'll show you something in a little while.
Okay. I definitely want to hear that then. So, but yeah, man. So, but besides that, I mean, going back to it. So the No Sleeps group. How long has that been around?
Officially since 2010.
2010.
Actually, it was started by Santiago Sandman and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Nick was always a part of what we did, no matter what, because obviously he's like a brother to me, and he was always involved with the music that we were creating. But like, I remember we were trying to do a beat battle here in Houston called Space City Beat Battle,
mm-hmm.
and Santiago wanted to kind of enter it, I think, as a group. Maybe we can put like our beats together or whatever, and into this competition, and maybe we can call ourselves No Sleep, and because he had found a quote from someone, and he was like, "Yeah, you don't get no sleep when you're out here making music and all this stuff." So he wanted to call it like that, No Sleep. But he would tell his little daughter, it was like, "Hey, can you say no sleep?" And she would say sleeps, no sleeps. So since then we've always been No Sleeps.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And what year was that when y'all started doing?
2010.
2010. Okay.
So we had always done music like at Santiago's house and stuff here and there. We didn't really start taking it seriously and like forming. I think we got an LLC and we built this booth in the studio and everything. I didn't think we started doing that until like maybe 2 years ago.
Okay, man. One thing I wanted to ask you. So from now until then, 2010 or anywhere early 2010s, was there anybody you guys were working with at the time?
Yeah. So actually, one of my homies, he hit me back up to mix and master his project that he's got coming out. His name is Freddie Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Freddie Guatemala. So when I was a young producer, like first starting out, nobody really fucked with my music. Nobody really was like gravitating to it. Everybody wanted, like whatever was popping at that time. I think it was like Soulja Boy and all kinds of shit like that. And I remember going to the White Swan, a little shitty bar in Houston.
Yeah, I've been
there. And there was a hip hop show there. My grandma lived around the corner, so I was always there hanging out and stuff. So I went to this hip hop show, and I saw Freddie Guatemala, him and his boy. It was Mike Attack. His name was Mike Attack, and they were rapping, and man, they blew me away. I didn't, hear any rappers at the time that were rapping like them.
Uh-huh.
So I just told him, I was like, I really dig your stuff. Like maybe we can work on a song together. And he was really the first one who ever fucked with my music, and he's been still like a day one homie since I met him back around that time, like 2010 or something like that.
Okay.
So he's been part of No Sleeps for a long time. He hasn't really been consistent with music. He's got a family. He's got a lot of stuff he's got going on. So,
gotcha.
But he's coming back out with some stuff, and I think he's gonna do some stuff in Spanish too. So, you might be able to see what he's gonna do and put him on your podcast or whatever.
Yeah. Well, shoot, send me some of his stuff, man. I'm always looking for something new.
Yeah.
So, I'll definitely be looking out for that. Okay, so besides him, was there anybody else until I guess whenever Chop and everybody came in?
So not really anybody like that consistent, like I said, because nobody really fucked with my beats, and at one point I was about to give up because I was just like, I don't, fuck this shit,
Yeah.
I'm tired of making this music, which I think is cool, or I think is awesome, and then nobody wanted to jump on it or rap, so I was like, maybe I should start rapping, and and that's what I did. Like I was rapping for a little while, and I think I was decent at it, but I mean, I'm not gonna. It was always hard for me to write a lot of rhymes, so I was just like, I'm just gonna take a step back and just produce.
Yeah.
But the only other person that I've known for a long time that really fucked with my music, but we had never really did a track, was John Black. And John Black was, when I did the Betty White track with. I think that might have been the first track we did. There might have been one other one that was never released, but I think that was the first track we recorded together. Betty White,
wow.
and I've known him since 2010 too.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then how did everybody? Chop might have told me, but I can't remember. How did Vega get in the mix? And
I met Vega, and Vega will say I met him in like 2014, 2015, and I don't think it's that long ago. He's old; he don't remember shit. So, but it was quite a few years ago for sure. I was working at a wine distributor,
mm-hmm.
and one of the guys that I know there, he was real cool with Vega, and he told me, he goes, "Hey man, I got this guy that might be good for your beat." So he sent Vega. He connected me in Vega, and I got him to the studio, which was actually might have been this same studio that we're in, but like a different room.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he came in here and he recorded some stuff. It was never released,
mm-hmm.
but we're gonna release it soon. It's the Bad Chicano project.
Bad Chicano. I want to talk about that a little bit later on.
Okay, yeah. So it's the Bad Chicano project. He's got. I didn't think he wants me to talk about it, but I'm gonna say it anyways because he dropped my album name on one of the other podcasts he did. So fuck him.
Oh shit. Yeah, I like the little AI images y'all been putting up. That's what those are they. Oh
yeah, that's what he's been doing.
Oh, okay, having fun with that.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Ever since I showed him about that Bing.com AI, he's been like, "Oh yeah, check this out, check this out."
Having too much fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's when I met him. And we didn't, like I said, we didn't really do anything. We recorded a song or two, and then it just never came out. I don't remember the date, but I met Chop and all them through my cousin.
Okay.
I was living with my cousin in downtown,
mm-hmm.
and he had always talked to me about one of his buddies rapping. His name was AB, and AB came to the apartment one day, and I just showed him some beats, and he was down. I think because one of my other cousins did the photo that's on the album cover of Trillmatic.
Oh, okay.
So, which is the latest one he did?
Chilluminati.
Chilluminati is the last one he did?
Yeah.
So the first one, Trillmatic, yeah. He had the picture was on the cover of that one. So I think he came to talk to him about something, and he came in and we basically connected there. So I met everybody through AB. Well, from my cousin through AB.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think we might have swapped those names. I'm over here thinking, I think I got it wrong. Oh, well. Look, I think we got a poster right there, no? Does that say it?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
No, Chilluminati, I think, is the first one.
Chilluminati, okay. Trillman. One of them.
Yeah. But either way, my cousin did the picture on both of those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so then from there you met, I guess all the East Side boys.
Yeah, so I met AB, and then I guess digging into some of their music, I heard that song "All Hell Breaks Loose"
mm-hmm.
with Chop, where they have some big ass fucking heads, and then when you meet them in person, you're like, "Well, you really do have a big ass fucking head." I'm just kidding.
That's a clip.
But yeah, so I really liked that song, and I was like, man, your voice, like your cadence and everything on here, like your flow, I really like it. Like I want to work with him and want to do music with him. So
mm-hmm.
when I started doing the Golden Rule project, was probably right about the same time that I met them. I wanted AB on there for sure, and then I got John Black to do that one. Chicano Vega, since I had worked with him before, I was like,
mm-hmm.
Please jump on this. And then I was like, you know what, I really want to Chop the Father on her, and that's when we did Estelle Getty.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that fucking track.
Yeah, man, all 4 tracks, man. I think no skips on the EP. That's all I gotta say.
Luckily, it's only 4, because if there was 5, you would skip it. You would skip the last one.
Yeah, shoot. So, and then now we're here. We're here where you got all these artists on one album, and man, if you don't mind, can you name everybody? I know there was a couple names on there I wasn't too familiar with.
Okay, I'll name everybody. There's two that I can't name because I don't want to name them until the album drops. So when the album drops, you're just gonna.
Oh, okay.
You've already heard it. So
yeah, I heard it.
Are,
okay,
but,
so then I don't know if it's one of the ones I know. But.
Yeah, but I'll let everybody else see it when the album drops. But the first track, AYG. Well, I mean, the first track is an intro, but the second track is AYG. You're familiar with him?
Yeah, AYG.
Second track, we got the Hidden Artist, and we got Mike Garza, Chop the Father, AB. See who else we got on this project. We got, can't say that one. See, the next track is Mike Garza, and then Joey Horror. I met Joey Horror through John Black, and I think actually, I went to go see him whenever John Black had put AB on a show.
In the Eighth Wonder or something?
No, not that show. At Red Dwarf. Do you remember that one? Is that like a little bar?
No, I don't know.
So we went to go see, I think it was AB perform. Yeah, it was AB. We went to go see him perform at Red Dwarf, and Joey Horror performed. I think John Black had mentioned him before, but I'd never seen him or heard any of his music. And to be honest, I figure out now that I know him and work with him, he doesn't have any music out. I think he has a couple tracks like on SoundCloud that they're not even his tracks. It's somebody else's track that he's just featured on. So he literally doesn't have any music. But I think he's a really great artist, and like his style of hip hop was like the stuff that I really liked. That was like obscure and very underground and not like straightforward boom bap. So I wanted to have him on a project, or I wanted to work on a track with him. I got Creamatic. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
So Creamatic, Chicana Vega, Something Better.
I was actually Creamatic. Am I saying that right? Cream.
I guess that's how you say it.
Okay, so I was a little surprised he was on there. Like I know he raps, like on the boom bap rap, but I didn't know, because everybody I kind of expect to be like with Chop and AB and them, but I don't really see him with them.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like a shocker. I mean, out of the names that I knew on there,
Well, I think I found out about him through 100 Fires.
Okay.
And shout out 100 Fires, man, dope producer.
Hell yeah.
I was listening to some of the songs that he was putting out. I think he did a song with Creamatic and posted something. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? This guy's pretty good. Let me talk to him and see if he wants to jump on the track. And yeah, he did. So.
Okay.
Who else we got on there? Dope Aesthetic, KP Keep Pushing, John Black, DFD Baby Lee, Papo, Spaceman, your boy Carlos Slim.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You
You got everybody on there.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to. I wanted you to say it just in case there were some secrets in there that I wasn't gonna say out loud.
No, yeah.
So, man, I mean, me personally, like I said, I enjoyed the album. I think it's a great album, and then I liked what you added in the beginning, middle, and end, on how that all went around. I texted Chop. There was one song I texted Chop. I go, damn, you killed that one.
Yeah. The Hallelujah?
Hallelujah. I didn't even have to say it. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I texted him. I go, damn, you killed it. He goes, he sent it to you? I go, yeah, I'm listening to it right now. And I guess, I don't know if you're going to send it to him or what, but he said he didn't have it at the time, so.
I think I sent it to all y'all at the same time.
Oh, okay. I guess he didn't get it yet, but.
He didn't get the album. He got his track.
Okay.
I sent everybody their tracks. I didn't send them the album. Like you, I got you and David from TDM were the two that got the albums, and a couple other people, like some close friends of mine, that they're not going to tell anybody anything because they don't know anybody.
Okay. So, but yeah, that was one of the tracks that I liked, and then I feel like I'm going to sound biased. I like the Slim track.
Yeah. I like it too. It's really good.
So, man, you know what track I was surprised that wasn't on there? Or unless I'm tripping, or I don't know if that's his song, the Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, KP, yeah. No, that was his solo track. It was just a track that he wanted to put on.
Oh, okay. I wasn't too sure. So, and then I had already heard the DFD Baby Lee one, so that one was badass. But that came out like a year ago, no?
So that came out a year ago, because so when I was working on this project, it wasn't going to be as long as it is. Like it's not that long. It's like 36 minutes, which is for an album, I guess it's right around the time it needs to be for an album. But I mean, everybody's putting out EPs and singles, so it's kind of long.
Yeah.
So whenever like we were doing that track, Nothing Childish, like my idea for the album wasn't at that length yet. I was like, I'm only gonna put this song, or whatever. So that was gonna be the first single, and then I was gonna release the project in like, let's say like the summer or something. And then that didn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
And then I just got backed up and just kept working on things. I was like, man, I want to add this, I want to add that. And then I got my buddy to help me structure it and everything. So it took a lot longer. So we're here a year later.
Yeah. And now, man, everything takes time. So it all makes sense. I completely understand. And then, man, I think the first track, the one with AYG, I think that was a good start. Like, I was a little surprised. Like, I know what AYG offers, but it's just lately he's been on the corrido scene.
Yeah.
And so, in a way, you kind of, like, I'm not going to lie, in a way, you kind of forget, you spit, you still do spit, And, but that was a start of the album. I thought it was great. And then I noticed you, the Chicano, the one, I think it's Chicano Vega by himself. Is it by himself?
Yeah.
You use that, I'm not going to spoil it, but you use that one sample that somebody recently used, I think.
Yeah, so, we could talk about it. So, Sauce Waka used that, they used it, Derringer used that sample with Sauce Waka. It's from Bound, that track, it's the same sample that Kanye used too, like bound to falling in love.
Oh, okay.
It's just in a deeper part of the song. But so it's the same sample, and I chopped it up very similar, but I added drums to it and everything. I had done that beat a while before I heard that actual song come out. When that song came out, I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really liked the beat, and I was like, I really want that on my project. So.
Oh, okay. I felt like when people hear it, they're going to be like, oh, man, Vega, you better come with it. I
think Vega came with it.
Yeah.
Too. And to go back on AYG rapped his ass off.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I told him, I was like, this is like this era's Mo City Dawn. Like, this is a really good fucking track. Like, I'm thinking, like, in a few years, like, everybody's gonna just know every fucking word to this fucking track. It's so good, and it's got that energy. Like,
like I said, that was a good start for the album.
It's very energetic. It's very boom bap, and it's very Houston still. Like, it's such a good track. I really liked it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And I'm not gonna lie, out of the tracks that I named, the Vega, the Hallelujah, AYG, and Slim, like I said, I'm probably being biased. Those were the main tracks that really kind of stuck out to me. But is there any tracks to you that you want to like talk about, or is there any backstory you can tell me from any of the other tracks you want to share?
Excuse me. Man, I don't know if I have, like, off the top of my head, like, I don't know there's anyone specifically that I'd want to talk about. So a lot of beats some of the beats were going to somebody else, and then they decided not to use it, whatever. So somebody else got the beat, and they just made it better. And I'm like, oh, you should have been on the beat the whole fucking time. But that happens. It is what it is. I would have loved to hear whoever I chose first on the track, but hearing what it is now, like, I can't hear it in a different way. One of the tracks that's on there, Idiot Sandwich, with Joey Horror. I actually only sent him the beat to the track called My Love, and he came in there and he wrote something badass to it, and we recorded it. And I think John Black was here in the studio the same day we recorded it. After he recorded, I was cycling through some of the beats I have on my computer, and we were jamming the Idiot Sandwich beat, and he started rapping some restaurant shit, like, and I was like, hold on, listen to what this guy has to say, man. Yeah. And I was like, how about you go into the booth right now and record this shit right now? And he fucking did. And And that song probably wouldn't have made it on my project if he hadn't just started rapping that that shit he was rapping. So
shit.
I'm glad he did, because I think that song fits.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And man, I don't know if I'm tripping.
You're tripping.
But but you have a song that's just instrumental? Isn't it Cruise?
No, so Crucifix, it was an instrumental. I actually gave the beat to someone to rap on, and they never really responded to it. So it was going to be an instrumental on the album, but the guy who came and narrated the intro, interlude, and outro is a buddy of mine that I worked with. He doesn't live here anymore. He lives in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But his name is Steve Von Grimm. You can follow him on Instagram at FartsMcToots. But he came in here. I had talked to him briefly about the project and what I wanted to do and how I wanted the intro, interlude, and outro to go. He didn't know that my buddy Trey was going to write the intro, interlude, and outro, so he came with some ideas and like excerpts from books and stuff that he wanted to read. And he came and read an excerpt from the book The Road.
Mm-hmm.
And when he read it, I was like, I think I'm going to put this over the instrumental, like just have him reading the book over the instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we recorded it, I was like, you know what? Have you ever seen the movie The Lighthouse?
With William Dafoe?
William Dafoe, yeah.
Sadly, I have not.
Okay, well, there's a scene on there where he's just like losing his mind or just yelling and saying some, outlandish shit, like really loud, yelling like a crazy old man. And I was like, how about you read that same passage like a crazy old man just yelling? And,
yeah.
And so he did, and then we got it, we chopped it up and then mixed it to sound good, and that's what that song is. So it's not just instrumental. It's just he's reading from the book.
Oh, okay. Because I was, like I said, obviously I was tripping, but I thought you were gonna leave a song on there where it was just like straight instrumental for whatever reason. I was gonna see if there was like a backstory or reasoning for that.
No, and that beat I wanted on the project, but like I said, it was going to be instrumental, and maybe I talked to you about it. So it was going to be an instrumental on the project, but when he did that, I was like, I'd rather have this on there.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to come here with that idea and not have it, used, because I was like, it's a great idea, and I was like, I want to take advantage of your great idea.
Yeah. Okay, man, and I know you mentioned there was some beats that you sent to some people, and I guess you didn't get word, or I don't know, or they turned it down. Man, if you don't mind me asking, or I don't know if you want to reveal it, why is that? Like, or they just didn't, no word, no nothing?
Well, so sometimes people don't check their messages and don't respond, and sometimes I'm like, if you're not gonna respond, that's cool. I mean, I don't think you're a shitty person for not responding or whatever. I just think I'm not gonna wait. I want this to go this way, and I want this on this project or whatever. And if you can't respond or get it to me in time or whatever, like, I'm gonna just keep going.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna keep moving forward, and I'm gonna put it on there anyways,
Yeah.
whether somebody else jumps on it or not.
Gotcha. So the only reason why I bring that up is because there's this is me talking as a fan, in all genres, hip hop. I know you have those artists that I guess they're big headed and they're like, I'll do it for $500. Well, damn, you in reality, you kind of might have messed up a relationship, or you messed up on, creating a hit song, and I'm pretty sure the way you do business, you guys do splits.
Yes, correct.
And so you guys doing splits, everybody can win in the long run.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's one of the situations that might have happened, but for me, that bothers me. Like, there's so many artists out there where I'm like, man, it'd be dope to see so-and-so collab with so-and-so, but then when they do finally reach out, they're like, I do it for $1,000.
Yeah.
Man, well, screw it, you move on.
Yeah. That has happened before, but I mean, I don't, take it personal. It's like, that's what you want, that's cool. I can't afford it. It's not in my budget, so I'm gonna have to choose somebody else. I mean, you think you deserve that, so I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
But because like if I tell somebody my beat's gonna cost this much money, like I would like them to be like, okay, if if you don't want to pay me that money, then it's cool. You don't have to use my beat or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't take offense to it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's happened before. You mentioned something else. Not paying too much money or. And then yeah, some people have also told me like, hey, I got to get to my manager first or whatever.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
And I mean, and that's cool too. Get
Yeah.
to your manager, but at the same time, just hit me back up with in a decent amount of time. Like, don't leave me on red. Let me know. So.
Yeah, it happens. Well, man, I'm gonna tell you this much. There are some people that I do want to hear in the future with your beats, and I mean, I don't know if the individuals that I'm having in mind are the ones that you didn't hear word or shut you down or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Nas
shit. Nas didn't answer you.
Nah, he did. Yeah, I pitched it to him, but he didn't. He hasn't responded yet. So.
Oh man, Nas messing up already, man. Shoot, trying to get you a Grammy on his next King Disease.
You could have got a hit, Nas.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Damn it. But yeah, like I said, there are some other artists that I do hope and you get a chance to work with, and I noticed, you didn't have no singers. I don't know if there was a singer you reached out to, or even just a female rapper. I don't know if you reached out to a female rapper to get on some, but I think hopefully in the future we see something like that.
So yes, so I did have a singer in mind for the project. I reached out to him, and it just, I don't know, maybe I decided to go a different way, and I was like, I'm gonna do something else for that beat or whatever. And as far as female MCs, like, I love female MCs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just love the way that their voice sounds over like a Grammy hip hop beat, and then they're rapping like it's awesome. I fucking love it. So I would like to work with more female MCs. I reached out to Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we got something going on in the near future. We'll just we'll see what's going on. I sent her the beat and she liked it and she wrote to it and everything. But we'll work out details and stuff later.
Got an exclusive. Bam, bam, bam. Where's the button?
Yeah. And and if it doesn't work out, then no harm, no foul.
Man, well, all I'm gonna say is I hope that does get the light of day, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So man,
I've been wanting to work with artists like I haven't yet.
Mm-hmm.
I even reached out to Never Die because I was like, I would like to hear what this OG can do on
some boom bap.
Yeah, on my beat. Yeah.
Shoot, damn. Let me see. What about anybody outside of Houston?
Outside of Houston, there's been a couple things in the works. Obviously, you heard the Viva Mezcal track.
Mm-hmm.
We got another feature from somebody in Cali. I think there might be two more features from somebody in Cali. One for sure. One I think is a possible. Navy Jones came, and whenever they came to do the show, House of Blues, they stopped in the studio, and me and Navy got a track. I just need to finish mixing and mastering it and stuff like that and send it so we can release it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, shoot, man, and then I don't know if you want to dig deep more into the album, but I do want to ask you. So what's next? What's after the album? I'm pretty sure, Or are you dropping any music videos for any of these tracks?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the next thing would be to promote it and get the music videos going. I did a music video for every track on Golden Rule. I would like to do something like that for this. I would like to have a music video to accompany every song. Some might be a little bit more difficult to do than others, but I'm still gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
Even if it takes me another year to complete, I'm still gonna try it.
Okay. Sure. I'll tell you this for sure. I would definitely like to see the AYG song to be done. Well, obviously, all the ones that I told you I really liked. I would like to see a video, but it is what it is. And then hopefully everybody who's a part of the project maybe be a part of the video of some sort.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yeah, we're Young Elder, like I said, has been my brother, and I'm definitely gonna make sure he does all the videos.
Yeah.
We've already got a few videos, ideas, and stuff in the works. We're just working on some logistics for them. But yeah, we got some videos coming out.
Oh, okay. And then, we haven't even said it. So tell the people what the title of the album is.
Oh, the title is Death and Birthday Cake.
And can you explain anything about it?
So, Death and Birthday Cake, I always thought that sounded cool together just because they don't necessarily go together.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, to talk about, like, the meaning of it, it's more of a, you're born, you die, you're born again, it's just, life is just like a big constant loop. Whether you believe, in the afterlife or whatever, energy just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So, like, the whole album is based off of that idea of, life being a loop. If you listen to the album on repeat, hopefully you can, understand. It'll make more sense to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you guys make sure and check that out. So it'll be. I'm hoping this drops a week before or so, but.
Yeah, it comes out February 23rd.
23rd, okay.
Yeah, it's a Friday. So check it out.
Yeah, already Chops said it. Album of the year.
and everybody always has been telling me that, like, oh, album of the year, album of the year, album of the year. And I'm like, there's a lot of the year left to go.
Yeah, it's a long way to go.
There's a lot of the year left to go.
So.
And I would be lucky to be placed into that category. Like, I think that's awesome.
I think there's a high chance, even though it's too early to say, but I think there's a high chance. But man, I guess that's really it. I don't know if you, like I said, if you want to talk about what's moving forward after the album drops.
So I think this year is going to be really busy. Like, not to say that the past year hasn't been busy, because it has been busy, just on some in the tuck shit, like we're just working on stuff and behind the scenes. But this next year is going to be busy, or this year, 2024. Death and Birthday Cake's dropping. Bad Chicano's going to come out. I'm working on some stuff with, Papo. Working on some stuff with Papo. Working on some stuff with Chop. Working on some stuff with AB, which actually should have been done a long time ago, but we're going to get into it. We're going to work on some stuff with KP, some more stuff with KP.
Okay.
Hopefully I can release a good amount of projects this year. Not as full and in-depth as this one, maybe just like small, like little 4-piece projects here and there, but yeah, definitely going to work on something with Mike Garza. Yeah.
So everything that you say you're working with, are you doing EPs with them or just singles with them?
Right now there's no like set number of tracks that we're planning, but out of everybody that I've been naming, I think we are going to do EPs. I don't think it's going to be a full album. And then there's some people that I'll do singles with. Like, I'm always down to drop a single, especially if we make it, record it, and mix and master here. You release it whenever you want, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You do all that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I did have a question for you.
What's that?
Did you have like a side part hair whenever you were in your emo phase?
Oh, man. I guess if I'm going to show you a picture, I'll show you a picture, but let's just say sort of, kind of, yeah.
Man. Yeah, I remember when I was a senior in high school, my bald ass head, like I had a lot of hair in my senior year. I had my hair to my shoulders. You can't even imagine it. Yeah. My hair to my shoulders. And then I had to cut it off.
Yeah. It happens. I thought about growing it out, but then I see the process and I'm like, nah, I need to cut already.
Yeah. Yeah, you do skinny jeans and all that.
Yeah, the skinny jeans. I had the belts with the little spikes. So
I couldn't do the skinny jeans; they're too fat. That's the same thing I was talking with Spaceman Apollo. because he had posted something about ICP, and I was like, yeah, I used to listen to that shit when I was a little kid, and like, well, not even a little kid, like I was in middle school when I was listening to ICP. Don't remind me about that shit though. He was asking me, he's like, yeah, you probably had the Jinko jeans too, the big ass pants. I was like, I couldn't even fit in them hoes. I was always husky.
Yeah. Oh damn. Well, shit, man. Well, that's all I got. And I mean, I don't know if you have anything else, or if you want to ask me something, you're more than glad to. So
I already asked you about your hair.
Yeah.
I think
I might be able to find you a picture, but nobody else is gonna see it.
All right, I'll try to find a picture for you too.
All right, man. Well, I guess that's it. And thank you, man. All right. Make sure to follow Bad Child.
Bad Child with the beats.
With the beats.
Yeah. So, Pornhub.com, Bad Child with the beats.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and that's it. Thank you. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over